Okie dokie, what's going on? What is going on? I am Warrior Shot the Food, also known as Worthram. That's how I name all my characters usually. We are on quest 6. We're getting there. There's 14 quests. We are on quest 6 of a Heroquest base game, all the 4 characters and everything like that. We usually do a quest every Wednesday. I schlubbed it. That's okay. But we're doing it today. So let's get our scenario on the board. It is called Legacy of the Orc Warlord.
Ulug's foul offspring, Grag, has sworn revenge on those who killed his father. Although it has taken him several months, he has finally tracked you down and captured you in an ambush. Now you are all held prisoner in his dungeons while he decides when and how he will meet your fate. While the guard sleeps outside your cell, you manage to pick the lock with an old rat bone. You must find your equipment and escape to the stairway.
Oh boy. All right, so we have to find our equipment. Yay, now the wizard's just as useless as everyone else. So in this quest, none of the characters have equipment. I should probably open the guidance map. So yeah, in this scenario, the heroes don't have any equipment. Let's turn that off. Okay, so we are on. Let me see. It's a new quest. We are on quest Legacy of the Orc Warlord. Continue. So we don't start with any of our gear. That's the sucky part about it. We don't start with any of our gear. We don't have any spells. We have to find it. So we have an attack die of 1 and 2, I believe it says. Okay, so everyone's on the board. We're held captive inside the cell, and we have no equipment. We suck. Everyone loses their equipment. So we have to get the equipment, and then we have to go through the staircase. It's Jenny. Where's the sponge man? Hi, Jenny. All right, so we have to find our sponge man. So we have to find our gear and get out. So really, our goal isn't to destroy the bad guy; it's to get the hell out of here. Oh, I miss you too, honey. Now you get to watch me run around the map. So we're gonna start with the barbarian. The barbarian. So you'll see the rolls come up on the screen. What do we get? A 9. A 9. Barbarian. It's gonna move, 3, I think, right here, and open the door. All right. Open the door. Nothing. And there's no secret doors or traps in the cell. So we're gonna move out. We'll move out, and then, are we going left or right? We going left or right? Let's go towards the middle, right? When's the middle not led us wrong, right? Let's see, so it's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so we move right there. That's 8. That puts a door right here. And then there's a dead end right here. All right, so let's move our Oh. We can zoom into where we're at here. Camera. So we're kind of like right here, sort of. Yeah, that's fair. There's that middle room. Yeah, because we're kind of just coming out of the cell. Okay, so that's 8, and we rolled a 9. So we're just going to move 1. We're not going to open the door because we don't want them to get first attack on us like that. Okay. So we'll say no to the door, and then we're going to go to the dwarf. Sucks because we just bought all the crossbow and everything. When we get a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we are going to be right here. And then it shows the elf in the picture like this. There. Just to make sure they're in the right place. Okay, now it's the elf's turn. So we're going to explore this center room first. I think that's a good idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we're going to be right behind the dwarf with the elf. There we go. Get over there. And then the wizard's going to follow with a 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So we're all in a row. All right. But the important thing is Zargon didn't get to go. So let's get the barbarian in that room. See. Oh, nice. A 10. It's perfect. So we're going to open the door. The center always has cool stuff. At least as far as I've seen. So, you know, got to search the center. Let's see. This is in the center of the room. There's a door on the other side. Oh, in the middle. This is kind of jacked up here. What is underneath here? Is it a body? I'm going to be so mad if there's a body under this board. Not again. Oh, it's part of the table. All right, that's fine. It's not a body. False alarm. Okay. Anywho, so we have a door on the very opposite of the game board, and then we have a huge amount of creatures. We've got an abomination and 5 orcs. We don't have any equipment. This is a bad way to go. That's crazy. How are you gonna have this many dudes here? We're gonna have to run. All right, so it's all about running. Oh my god! And then of course, like right in the front is this dude. I'm all thinking like, yeah, let's go in the center room. That's where all the action happens. That's not a good thing. Not a good thing. Okay, so we can run. Can we just shut the door again? Just shut it. Nah, screw that. All right, we're gonna move down. That's really the only choice. We're gonna go all the way to. Yeah, we're gonna go all the way down to here. Probably gonna be some bad guys. Okay. There's an abomination. Great. At least there's no traps. We're not losing our turn to traps, so that's fine. We're okay with that. I can just see him running down the halls like skating. Just like, wrong way. Let's see. So that was what, 5? We're definitely not going this way. So maybe we go back the way we came. 5. Let's see. 6, 7, 8. So we'll move here. All right, and then we're going to go for the dwarf. This is going to be bad. This is real bad. 7. Okay. We're just like Scooby-Doo. We're just like running down the hallway, all weird. All right. We rolled a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll go there. Hopefully that will get us closer to where we need to go. All right, on the app. Wow, apparently he can see around corners. That's crazy. There's another one too, way up here. And this little wicker one. It looks like wicker. Okay. 7, and I think we just have one more space. So we're just going to move right there. So now we need to move our elf. Double ones. You aren't going anywhere. You just jump ahead of the wizard. That's fine. Just as useless anyway, so it doesn't matter. All right, wizard needs to get the heck out of there because we need to find this equipment or we're going to have a bad day. 7. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to go down the hallway. We just need to find this. We need to find this crap. All right, so now it's Zargon's turn. Uh-oh. They're going to come over to... They're going to come over to my barbarian. And we have no equipment, mind you. We just have 2 defense dice. So we have to be careful. So the orc is going to attack us. Of course. Of course he's going to roll 3 skulls. Why wouldn't he? All right, we blocked 1, so we took 2 damage. All right, so now we're at full health. We got to mark this stuff down here. Make sure we're at full health. There we go. And then this is the last one. Yeah, this one's fine. So Barbarian took 2 damage. He's down to 6. Poor Barbarian. He's holding it down, though. Here comes the other... dude, they're everywhere. There's so many of them. We're going to have to run down the hall. They're all running towards the door. So we got this guy here. We've got... Abomination still hasn't gone anywhere. This guy here. I'm just going with how they moved it. One here. I'm just having to move everything. Everything's like bunched up here. We can't let them attack them from multiple directions or we're in trouble. This guy will probably get to me. Yeah, he's gonna attack my dude. But that's okay, we can still run down the hall. We're gonna go Abomination. Has 3 attack. He gets 1. Barbarian's got a... He got it. He defended this time. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. All right. So now it's the Barbarian. He's going to run. He's got to hold it down, though, because we got to find that equipment. So... What do we do here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... I guess we could go there and hope that he rolls a die that doesn't suck. Yeah, we're just going to move to the end of the hall. Okay, that works. Now it's the dwarf's turn. We just need to find the stuff. All right, so do we go up? I think we go up. Let's center on where we're at here. This run, I tell you. Let's see. Let's zoom out a little bit. Yeah, see, we've got that hallway. There's the 2 doors and everything. Oh, geez. All right, so dwarf goes. Did we roll for the dwarf? We're going to say we didn't. Roll for the dwarf. We got a 7. All right. An 8 would have been better, but it's okay. All right. So do we go to the top or the bottom? Let's go to the bottom, right? So we got 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're running our dwarf. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right there. And then the elf. The elf is pretty far away, so he needs a pretty big roll. A 5 is not a very big roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're just going to put you right here. Okay. And then the wizard is still running down the hallway like, nope. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do we open the door and then run 2 spaces back? We need to find this equipment, like for real. It shows us a block over here, so we're moving him, the wizard, over here, and there's a block. Yeah, right there. What a weird place for a block. Let's open the door. Screw it. We're opening the door. Risking it. Please don't be anything crazy. All right, so we have a fireplace at the end of the room. I love how they did the new fireplace. It's like all one piece. It looks so good. I want to put like a little picture on the actual frame. That would be cool. That'd be a cool thing for resin, though. My wife does resin, so. Okay. So we open the door. We have an orc. All right. Maybe this is the guy guarding our treasure. We'll go in there. We're going to try and take this guy out. We do get to move 2 more, so we're going to move the wizard behind the dwarf. Poor dwarf. All right, Sargon's turn. This is where it turns into a madhouse, because we need to make sure that we can still get up to the top, because if it clogs that hallway and the equipment is north, we're dead. There's just no way. All right. So now the orc is going to attack the dwarf at the end of the hall. All right, so let's move this a little bit so we can see him. There we go. That's better. We can zoom in a little bit. Let me find you. There we go. That's better. Okay. So yep, we have, I'm trying to make sure I follow what they're doing here. All right. So they have an orc coming down the hall. They have another orc coming up behind him. They have that one at the end of the hall attacking the dwarf. All right, 1. We got 2 because yep, we got the block. All right, we got 2 because we're missing our equipment, so we're trying to get to the equipment and then get out of here. All right, so he's there. He's blocking it. We're gonna have to attack him. That's the hard part. We have no spells or anything like that. Our barbarian has to hold the line. That's gonna be real crazy. Yeah, because they're all coming out here. They're all stacking up. They're everywhere. I'm guessing the other one's going to come out here too. We got to hold them in the hallway. This is no good. This is bad. They're all down the hallway. That's crazy. Okay. So now it's the barbarian. So our elf has to, he's got to hold this here. And then the elf has to go up. So let's do this, right? Whoops. Zoom out. Oops. Zoom in. Enhance. Yeah, because he's going to go down to the room with the... First, we need to attack this orc. We only have 1 attack die, though. I feel so bad for the barbarian. Whoops, I made it a hidden roll. I don't want to do that. Pick up. Take that off. Okay, it's a fail. That's fine. All right, barbarian stays there. Dwarf's got to attack him, right? He gets no hit. Dude, this mission is going to be nuts. All right, do we run behind him and let the... Because we have the wizard. The wizard only has 4 HP. But we all get the same amount of attacks. So, I mean, we're in this together. All right, so let's move. Let's get the hell out of there. All right, so we're just going to go 2 back. Because we're just going to hopscotch. And then the elf's going to go. 6. Okay, so the elf is going to check the other door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. So they're moved there. The barbarian has to stay there for now. We have to get our equipment back. So now it's the wizard's turn. I mean, we're going to roll a 1, so we're just going to go forward 1. And we're going to attack the orc. Nope, another shield. Damn. We are just having a bad one. So you went there, you went there. You went... Now it's Argon's turn. Dun, dun, dun. At least a lot of them won't move. So the first one's going to be at the wizard, right? But he fails. Lucky. Super, super lucky. Then the next one is at the barbarian in the hall up here. He gets 1 hit. 1 hit, so we need a shield. Get a shield. Nice. Okay. We live another turn. All right. Cool. So now it's the barbarian again. The barbarian, really all he can do is attack that dude in the hallway. Honestly. And we're just going to... He's 300ing this crap. He's doing a very poor job, but it's fine. He gets another shield. Sadness. All right, now it's the dwarf's turn. Dwarf can't attack. So I guess we got to do... It's like every other turn. Okay, so elf. Elf is going to check the room. Please don't let there be another bad guy in there. All right. It's such a bad idea. It's such a horrible, horrible idea. We're doing it anyway. We are at... Here, let's zoom. We want to get it. Enhance. 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 There we go. So let's move this, turn this into a door, and let's hope it's nothing crazy. All right, so we have... Oh, I see a weapon. I see a weapon thingy. All right. Please don't be any... Oh, it's a goblin. It's a goblin. So this might actually be... Rolling up the cubes with numbers. Yes, yes. Hi. Hi, Thin. We're trying to not die. Where our guys have no equipment. So we're trying to get in this room. So we're gonna go up to yon goblin who is in the room there. Ugh. Oh, hello. Yeah, I was supposed to do this yesterday, but I decided to give myself another day for some reason. And now the sun's coming in, thankfully. So now we need... Got that Guild Wars? Yeah. Yeah, I was going to play, and then I was like, I need to do this video, because I've been doing one every week for the dungeon, and I want to get through this. And then there's like a ton of DLC. There's so much stuff to play for me for Heroquest, so... Is it the... Alright, so our last bastion of hope. We need a skull. That's what we need. We get a skull. Can we get... Wait, do... Goblins, let's look. Let me pull up goblin cards. Goblin cards. Goblin card. 1 defense dice. 1 defense dice. Alright. Can we get an unlucky? You gotta be kidding me. He blocked it. What a little prick. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with Guild Wars. I went to... I'm on the last chapter of Living Season 3, I think it is. I think there's a 5, but it's not for sale. I don't see it, so I'll get it eventually, I'm sure. Dude, the thing is, the Black Shield is 1 in 6. The Black Shield that he rolled, that's called a Monster Shield. That's 1 in 6. Yeah, like after playing Final Fantasy 14 and Final Fantasy 11 and just all these different MMOs, Star Wars and everything, I started to see like the difference in games and like MMOs and living worlds, and I much prefer a living world than I do a story-based MMO. Though story is a huge part. Story is like second. It's like story is kind of like third. So like first is like the world has to be enticing. There has to be stuff to do. In Final Fantasy 14, you just kind of run from NPC to NPC if you're doing the main story, and you just do dialogue, and then you do cutscene, and then you do intermittent dungeon. Once you complete that dungeon, then you move on. It's lather, rinse, repeat constantly. Go to the town, get a quest, dialogue, cutscene, dungeon. But the world that you're running across back and forth is boring. There's nothing to do in it, and that's what I love about Guild Wars 2. There's always something going on in the world. There's always an event. The world's constantly going whether you're there or not. So, So now we have to get the. I just need like some solid people that want to like do stuff and explore things. There's so many optional things and stuff that you can do in that game that it's just so fun when you have other people to like find stuff, and it just gets better as the DLC goes too. So now we have the wizard. The wizard needs to attack and then move behind the dwarf. Why does it show? It shows he's there, and I don't know why he's there. Okay, so we're gonna do an attack. We had a chance. All right, defense. That sucks. So he failed. And then we're gonna move back. We're definitely gonna roll a 2, because you can't not roll a 2. And then we're gonna go to Zargon's turn again. We're just getting abused. That's what it is. Like, he's moving up here. He's gonna attack the dwarf. All right, he's got 1. He takes 1. Dang. Wait, hold on. Where's my... There we go. Random damage. All right. So the dwarf took 1 point of damage. He's at 6. They're still doing okay. I mean, we lost everything, so we don't have like any like potions or spells or anything, but we're doing the best we can. And then the guy at the end of the hall next to the barbarian, which we should probably get camera to move to. Let's zoom out. Yeah, the barbarian he's holding it down. He's holding it down, man. It's what he does. It's what barbarians do. 300, man. All right, let's get some crappy rolls for the enemy. 2 hits. We get 1 shield, so we do take a point of damage for the barbarian. Sucks. So we've taken 3 so far, so we're at 5. And then the goblin is going to attack the elf and fails. Thank goodness. We need a skull, so we need someone to go help him. So this is what we're going to do. We're back on the barbarian. The barbarian's going to attack. Hopefully the barbarian can get some kills. He gets a hit. Okay. Oh, okay. He got him. Does 1 point of damage to the orc. Orc is dead. Can we break out of this freaking ambush? That guy's dead. That's like all of the orcs. Like, looking at all my miniatures, it's like every orc in the game. That's crazy. Okay. So we have that, and then now we need the dwarf to do his thing. Come on, dwarf. You can do it, my friend. He get a hit. He got a hit. Ah, he defended it. That sucks so bad. All right, so now we have to... Do we let the... I wonder if we let the wizard go up there and help. Yeah, I think we let the wizard go up there and help. So now it's the... Now it's the elf's turn. So we are going to attack. Come on. Come on. All right, we got a hit. Wait, hold on. And he fails. Finally, he fails. Okay. Holy cow. Okay. So let me look my actions here. On a turn, the hero does one of the following: move and then performs an action. Performs an action and then moves. Okay, action, adjacent, casting spell, search for treasure. Okay, so that counts as their action. Okay, fair enough. I thought so, but I just wanted to make sure. So he killed the goblin. The goblin is dead. Thank goodness. All right, but he can't search for it yet. So then the wizard's gonna go. We're gonna go to. I have a feeling the equipment is up there. We got a 7, so we're gonna move the wizard up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I like how these guys are like running back and forth, tag teaming. This is pretty cool. All right, so Zargon's turn. This is the turn, right? This is the turn where things go a little crazy. So the orc at the bottom is going to attack the dwarf. Let's get some crappy rolls, please. Roll. Thank you. All right, we got 1 skull. Can we get a defense? We got 1 defense. All right, so far we're blocking. We're blocking. All right. Next one in the line jumps up. It's so wild. This is probably my favorite mission that I've done so far. 3. Okay, he gets 1. And then we need defense. He does not, man, he is not good at defending. The barbarian takes another hit of damage. He's taken 4 points. He is at half life, unfortunately. Okay. Now all of the, I'm guessing all these guys are coming up. Yep. They're all going to come up here. The problem is we have to find a way out. We have to like fight our way out of the ambush. If we even get our stuff back. All right, so they're up there. All that, everything's moved there. But if we can keep him alive long enough, we can come back and we can actually take out these guys here. Hopefully. The elf is the 3rd, so hopefully we can get that. Let's see. We get 1 attack with the barbarian. He gets nothing. All right, that's okay. That's what we thought. The dwarf is going to attack. I would really like him to kill this guy. All right, he gets a hit. Yes, and he fails to defend. The orc is down. Thank goodness. Holy crap, Sickles. All right, so he's safe now. We're going to roll. And we got an 8. So we're just going to go inside the room. Because we can't do it really anything else. So we moved him inside the room. And now it's the elf's turn. The elf is going to search for treasure. Equipment found. Yes. Thank God. You found... You ramshackle the cupboard. You find missing belongings. All right, good. Thank God. Each hero must reclaim their equipment from this room before escaping. Elf has requested their equipment. Okay, so the elf has longsword, helmet. He's ready. He's got his stuff. So we have to get him there to relieve the barbarian. So who's next? The wizard. I knew the wizard would have to go that way. So we got a 3. Ugh, God. So we're just going 1, 2, 3. He's like tripping. All right. Well, our barbarian's gonna have to move soon. Here comes the attack. Oh, 2 hits. Can we get double shields? We got a shield. I'll take it. Take another point of damage on the barbarian. Yep, he's down to 3. That is not good. But at least we have it excluded to just 1 hallway. So they can't really do anything. Okay, so it's the barbarian's turn. The barbarian, let's see, how are we going to do this? We need the elf to come down so that we can... Oh, we're going to back up 1. Let's back up 1. Or attack first. Attack first, yeah. We get nothing. That's fine. And then we're going to move back 1. Right? That seems good. That's like the major part of it. The dwarf is at the bottom in the fireplace room. And everybody has to go to the equipment room. So we just moved back 1. And then the dwarf is going to move. Ooh, 11. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we got a good roll. Right on the other side, a little bit more of him. And then the elf is like, help is on the way, dear. All right, we got a 5. She's just tripping over herself. 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're 1 ahead of the wizard. Okay. And then the wizard is going to go into the room because the wizard needs to request. Hell yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We just go here and the wizard has reclaimed their 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're right behind the dwarf after we moved. Because after we go right in that room, we automatically reclaim it. So here's that. So the wizard has his stuff. Barbarian needs it, and dwarf needs it. So elf has it. So these are the 2 that we need. Okay. All right, so now it is Zargon's turn again. And then we're going to move this and attack. He's got a hold. Ugh, 2 hits. Jeez. All right, so he takes another point. All right, nickel and diamond here. He's down to 2, so we need to get him out of here. Okay. These guys will all move here. That's perfect, though, because we can shoot at them, too, when we get our bow. Okay. Let's see. Everyone's moving down the hallway. At least we did kill 1, so it's not bad. Not bad. All right, so now it's the barbarian's turn. We can move. We are going to get a 2. So what is the... Yeah, dwarf has a crossbow. So I can still shoot these guys, I think. But maybe not. Maybe not from there. So I'll have to attack. Yeah, the elf is the one I need to get in there. All right, so we are going to go to... Dang. I guess the best way... We have to kill these guys, right? Okay. So we need to move the barbarian. We're going to move the barbarian up through the hallway. Shimon, Cletus. 6. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gonna put ourselves up here next to the door. Run! All right. So we have the dwarf. So the goal is to get us shooting through with the dwarf. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So we just move right here. And then the elf is going to help. 10. Okay. So the elf, because we need to kill these guys. Yeah, let's go there. We could get another guy, but okay, so dwarf's up there. The elf is up here. Okay. And the wizard's right here. And they're up there. Okay, so 3 attack. Failed. That sucks. Let's roll with the we need to heal. Jeez, we're not doing anything with these rolls, man. So we're just going to move 3 right here because we're going to run. I think we can go down the hall. I'm not sure. So now it's Sargon's turn. We're going to get attacked in the hall again. We're having the hardest time with this group of monsters. All right. And now we have 3 to defend, so we need 2 shields. Come on, 2 shields. 1 shield, so the elf takes a point of damage. First damage they've taken, though, so that's good. We do have a 2 hit point potion on the elf, so that's cool. So now it is the barbarian's turn. All right, how do we want to do this? We need to run down the hall. So, yeah, let's... Barbarian needs to get his stuff anyways, right? 3. Barbarian goes 3 into the room, reclaims his stuff. Now he can go to the staircase. Now that he's beaten up, he got his Talisman of Lore back. What did we end up rolling? A 5, 3, 4, 5. So we'll move there. Okay. And then the dwarf. We got a 4. 4. Okay. The end of the hall. Shabam. What's at the end of the hall? Nothing? Can we see nothing? Oh, wow. There's really nothing in there. Okay. We're going to search for traps. Floor seems weak. Oh, floor seems weak, but it's way at the end of the room here. Way down at the end of the corridor. That's crazy. Yeah. Where's my camera? Like, look. It's way down there. All right, well. Let's move it to where we can see everybody. There we go. All right, so we're fighting our way out here. Dwarf searches. That's his action. And then elf. I wonder if, yeah, because they can't attack diagonally. We're just going to move 1 up and see. I know someone will move that way. Who could I move there? I guess nobody. So I just attack the... Dang, again? Oh my gosh. Failing again. All right. So it's your turn. We're going to cast a healing spell on the barbarian. We're going to cast Water of Healing. Water of Healing. There's Water of Healing. This spell may be cast on any one hero, including yourself. Contact with this revitalizing water restores up to 4 lost body points, but does not give a hero more than a starting number. So we'll get 4 for the barbarian. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're only missing 2 now, so we're down to 6. There goes that spell. Okay, so now it is Zargon's turn. This is the turn. I think we can move our people. So this orc's going to move right here because, that's the best place for them to move. All right, 1 hit. We got a 3 defense. Come on, Cletus, roll. Wait, was that damage? Yep, so I guess I took a damage, my elf. All right, so we're down to 4. So he attacks him. And then, of course, all these guys file down the line. Everyone's filing down the line. Oh my gosh. Hold on, guys. Hold on. It's freaking crazy. So many dudes. All right, so everyone just kind of shuffles through. Now it's the barbarian's turn. Damn, he can't really make it there. He's scouting. He's a scouter. All right, we got a 10. We didn't see anything there, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So we gotta move all the way up here. And that puts us the blue area right before this. We are hauling, dude. The dwarf's going to stay there and back up the elf. Because the dwarf has the crossbow. We're just going to move like 2. Okay. And then we're going to fire at that guy. All right. What do we got? 2. All right. And he rolled 2 defense. That is absolutely insane. 1 in 6 chance, by the way. That's so crazy. We're having the worst time. All right. Now our elf, who is taking the front. 1 hit. Jeez. And he rolls 2 white shields. Not what you wanted. You are dead. Thank goodness something died. That wasn't my guy. Thank goodness, because we needed that. We needed that. Okay. There's that. So do we want to move forward 1? Or do we keep it there? You know what? We're going to keep it there because I have to move in the hallway in order to come and get me, right? Okay. So now we'll go with the wizard. What does the wizard want to do? The wizard has a bunch of spells. Dude, I feel like Pass Through Rock is such a, like, it's such a gamble. All right, let's see. We still got Heal Body, which is like the water, healing water, because it's 4. Let's just roll. Let's just roll. All right, we get a 10. 10 is good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. So we're 1 above the fireplace or the equipment thingy. All right, so now it is Zargon's turn. Oh, it's all 3 of them. Hold on. I forgot there was a dude back here. So there's 3 guys in there. And then this guy's going to move here, and I'm guessing these guys are going to move up here. So they can't go anywhere else. Those punks. They're just fighting us in this hall forever. That's okay. All right, so here comes the orc. Orc does 1 hit. All right, we have 3, right? Yeah, we got a helmet. We have a helmet. Good. And we block 1. There it is. We block it. Thank goodness. Because good God. Okay. So yeah, they're all moving. Everyone's moving. It's the hardest part. We have to take all these guys out. All right. Yep, they all move into position. It's my turn again with the barbarian who's like 5 miles away. That's crazy. 1, 2, 3. We're going to go. Okay. So we moved a little bit and we got one of these. Bam. So we went up to 4. What do we have? 5. So really 5 would just be right there. Yep, that's it. There's a big, I mean, we're like hiding. And I already searched this hallway for traps, didn't I? Yeah, I did. I just did it again because reasons. All right. Now it's the dwarf. The dwarf is going to fire down the range. 3. Nice. Yeah, they can't defend against that. They get 1 defense, but 2 arrows in the chest. There's another dead. Thank goodness. We're getting there. It's just having to hold out. And then the elf's turn. Elf is going to attack the other one. Gets 3 again. Wow. What is happening? Here comes we're scouting, me and the barbarian. Just the... He's just moving 4 up. He's not really doing much. That's fine. It's fine. It's Argon's turn. He's going to come out here. Dude, he's just slowly running out of minions. We just got to keep him alive. These guys are all going to come forward because they can't fit in the hallway. 300 indeed. All right. Here comes the attack. And we get 2 skulls. Ouch. Can we get 2 shields? We got 2 shields. Hell yeah. Go elf. Dude, this elf is making light work of these guys. Good. We got 4 enemies left on this part. There's probably more, but, you know. Who is missing their... who hasn't been in the room? I think everyone's been in the room, right? I think so, yeah. All right, so now it's the barbarian. It looks so funny having him run for his life, but he's scouting. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Dude, we're just running down the hallway. All right, now it's the dwarf's turn. He's going to shoot down the hall at that other orc. Just knocking him down. Oh, he blocked that one. He blocked that one. That's okay. Now it's the elf's turn. Coming in. Dang, they're only getting 1. But that is enough for this guy. Takes down yet another one. All right. So he's dead. Finally. Okay. All right. So now we got... He's just like running down the hall. It's like the largest chase scene ever. They're spread out pretty good. Like my... Where is he? Let's zoom out. Let's reset this. Like, he is way down there. That's where we're at right now. And then we've got these guys here in the hallway fighting for their lives. All right. So the elf... Does the elf... Did we go with the elf? Oh, yeah, we failed. Now the wizard. 7, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we're like 1 before the blue, right? Oh, 1 in the blue. Yep. Watch, he's gonna like, the barbarian's gonna run to like a brick wall. That's what it's gonna be. Sargon gets to go again. Here comes another orc. It's gonna start getting harder because of these abominations, a little bit tougher, but oops. 3 attacking. He gets a 2. We get 2 again. No, takes 2 damage on the elf. Ouch. All right. We're going to have to take that potion. We're at 2. Yeah, we're hurting pretty bad. We do have some healing, though, so that's okay. So those guys move up. Now it's the barbarian's turn. Ooh, 11. All right. We're going to go all the way to the end. Okay. There is an orc right here. There's an orc. Let's move it a little bit. A little bit of action going on up there. Okay. All right. Let's attack the barbarian's itching for it. Come on, buddy. All right, we got 2. Double oh! What is with that? The chances. That's the second time that's happened. All right. Dwarf's turn. Shooting down the hall. Take him out. 2. All right. There's no way they could get it again, right? Okay, they didn't. He's dead. All right. Dwarf puts one right between the eyes, killing the guy down at the hall. Thank goodness. All right. Now it is the elf's turn. Elf is going to just attack diagonally because he's got the long sword. 1 hit. All right. I think the abominations. Let's look. Creature cards. Abomination. Abomination. Yeah, they're at 3. They are 3. Okay. Abomination attacks. 1. Okay. Or defends. Wait, what do we get? 1. And he defends. Okay. That sucks. All right, so now it's the wizard's turn. Wizard is going to roll 12. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Let's just move here. Yep, we're just going to put ourselves up here. Him, and then we go to Zargon. Okay, attacking the barbarian is the orc up there at the top. 3. That sucks. All right. And then the barbarian has, I'm pretty sure he has 3. Yeah, he has a helm. Oh, he gets 2, so he only takes 1 point of damage. All right. All right. I was going to say, man, this is going to start getting real nasty. Okay. Now the abomination. This is the scary part because now the abomination is going for my dude. 2 hits. And 1, we take 1 point of damage. I think the elf needs, yeah, the elf is at 1. We need to heal. Okay. We have courage. Ball of flame. Okay. Damn. This is a tough one, man. This is a tough quest. All right, so it's the barbarian's turn. Way up there. 1 hit. Oh, he blocks it again. What a jerk. All right, we might have to use a spell. And then the dwarf is going to shoot right down the middle. Come on, let me get that 3. 2. All right, we'll take 2. All right, he takes 2 points of damage. I wonder if that kills him. Yes, he's dead. Okay, so Abomination takes a bolt to the face. Now it's the elf's turn, attacking diagonally. And fails again. What is that's the third time. All right, so now we're going to cast a spell on this orc. We're going to go with Ball of Flame, right? Ball of Flame's a little less risky. Let's put it on the Ball of Flame. Where are you at, Ball of Flame? Ball of Flame. There it is. Ball of Flame. Here we go. All right, Ball of Flame. This spell may be cast on any one monster, enveloping it in a ball of fire. It inflicts 2 body points of damage. The monster then rolls 2 red die. For each 5 or 6 rolled, the damage is reduced by 1. So he gets 2 die to reduce it. All right. He fails on both, takes 2 points of damage. I am sick of seeing this dude on the map. Anyways, that orc is dead. Good job, wizard. Way to help your team there. All right, so now it is Zargon's turn again. We've got the abomination, the last one. He is going to come and attack the elf. Dude, they'd be rolling monster shields. We got 1 hit. We just need 1 white shield. Get 2 white shields. We block it. Nice. Okay. So now it is the barbarian's turn. We're scouting. We're like heavy scouting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, you know what? We're gonna search for traps. There's no traps. So that's our action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to move 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. There is a goblin right here. Man. Monsters forever, man. All right. Now it's our dwarf's turn. The dwarf is going to be shooting down the hall. Let me move my camera so you can see the dwarf. There he is. He's shooting down the hall. Okay, 1 hit. Famir. Uh-oh. And he blocked it again. What a little punk. All right, now it is the elf's turn. I was going to say, did he fail again? He did not. He got 1. Can we get a damage through? We cannot. That's another round of him resisting us. That's crazy. All right, well, we thought that would be enough, but apparently it was not. 5 for the wizard. So we get that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're moving down the hall. Let's move ourselves. Let's move our camera. They're moving down the hall where that goblin is. Let's go zoom. Yep. There's also that door in the center for some reason. Oh, yeah, we opened it and all those guys fled out. Jesus. Oh, my God. Okay, so since that, does that count? I don't think it counts as us being to see him. Okay, so now it is Zargon's turn. We know this dude's coming right through the hall. Here comes the abomination attacking the elf once again. He gets 1. All right. And he blocks it. Dude, we be rolling these black shields for days. It's not a good thing for us. But we did block the damage this time. Here comes the goblin out of the hallway. He is going to attack the barbarian. Imagine. And he fails. Good. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. We're sick and tired of that guy anyways. Barbarian's like big old grin on his face. Yep, because I don't think he can. He only has one. He cannot block that. He just gets softball hit across the dungeon. He is dead. Goodbye, little goblin. Dude, we're doing pretty good. Our guys are doing okay. All right, so now we can move. Let's move. All right, here comes 1, 2. Let's go to the let's go here. We're like kind of sideways. What we got? 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're just moving all the way up to there anyways. Right here. All right. We have a goblin, which is right here. We have a door, which is right here. Okay. Now we have the dwarf. This is the exciting part, is the dwarf like shooting down the range. Let me fix that up again. Yeah, like right here. They're trying to kill this abomination. They made it seem like it's just stronger than he really is. 2 hits. Okay. Abomination goes to block. He fails. He takes 2 points of damage. That should be it for that stupid thing. Thank goodness, man. I was sick of that guy. Goodbye, abomination. Bolts just sticking out of your body. All right. So, where are we going now? Okay. Okay. So we have that. So now we are going to, let's see, where do we want to move? Now I'm looking at the board. I'm like, where do I even go? Haven't really searched for, I'm going to search for secret doors. Okay, no secret doors. Okay. It's crazy because we're like way over there. All right, so we can't go down there. That's done. The only thing I could see is if there's a secret door there, but yeah, we have a little bit ways to go. Okay, so I guess we just move with the dwarf. We're going to start moving towards the barbarian, right? That's the best thing for us to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's 6. We got 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, where it is. All right, so the next one is the elf. 9. At least we're rolling big numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Puts us way up here in the top area. Yep. And then it is the wizard's turn, who's way over here. So our goal is to just scout out the proper path for our guys to go. All right, so let's roll for a 3. Oh, geez. There's a 3. Okay, he's not going anywhere. Sargon's turn. That's going to be this goblin coming up to the barbarian. Better not do no damage to me. Oops, that's 4. Clear. And we get a defense. Thank goodness for that extra die, right? All right, so he's done. Now it is the barbarian's turn. And he cannot defend against that. He only gets 1 roll anyways. He does block it, but he takes another point of damage. And then that is the end of that poor dude. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. All right, so now we can roll. Do we want to open these doors? The center door, we already know what's in there. We don't know what's up at these doors up here. Okay. We're going to roll anyways. We get a 10 going up to the door. With a 3. We're going to open that. Knock everything over. Hell yeah. Gangsta. Okay, open the door. There is a torture rack somewhere on here, wherever I'm at. There it is. What else is in here? Ooh, okay. We've got Goblin, Abomination, and an Orc. 1 of each. Dude, this level is way, way more chock full of stuff than the other ones. All right. So we're going to move. We're going to back up a little bit. Actually, I don't think it matters. Yeah, because we have the elf. Yeah, we're going to back up. That way the elf can actually, or the wizard can actually get in there. So now we're going to go with dwarf running down the hallway. We get a 7. All right. Let's figure out our camera here. Yep, they're way over here. So we need to get them over there. We've got, what, a 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right here. That puts you a step before there. Help is on the way. You got a long way to go. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Right there. Now it is the wizard's turn. All right. My goal is I want to use the other shot to hit that. Geez, a 12. Of course, you get the fastest movement. Okay, so we're going to move here. And then we moved you here. And then Zargon's turn. And I'm guessing this guy's going to... Oh, he's going to come out with Orc. Orc comes in and attacks the Barbarian. Well, at least he was smart about it. Gets 2 hits. We take 2 damage. Holy cow. We are hurt bad. We're at, what, 3 now? And we've been healed before. Barbarian just be taking damage. Okay. Abomination's coming out. Goblin is coming over here. Okay. Now it's the Barbarian's turn. We are going to hack that thing. Hopefully. 1 hit. Okay. And he takes a damage. It actually did something. Holy crap. We were rolling like crap this game. He is definitely dead. All right, so we have him. And then we have the wizard's actually back here for some reason. I forgot to move him. Here, let's do done with that. Okay. So now we got to move with dwarf. 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. The elf is going to go. 6. Everybody's rolling 6s here. Okay. All right. Now we're going to cast a spell with... Dang, we did Ball of Flame. Let's do Fire of Wrath. It's not much, but Let's do Fire of Wrath. Let me put the spell card on there. Fire of Wrath. There we go, Fire of Wrath. This spell may be cast on any one monster. Blasting it with flames, it inflicts 1 body point of damage unless the monster can immediately roll a 5 or 6 on a red die. Okay, so he gets 1 red die. He rolls a 4. He takes a point of damage. It doesn't kill him, but I just wanted to do damage to him. It's Zargon's turn. Our guys are starting to catch up. Here comes our... We're going to do this. And then he's there. Yeah, we're just going to put that there. The Abomination is going to attack the Barbarian. 1 hit. Okay. And he blocks it. Thank goodness. I thought he didn't block it. I was like, come on. Okay. There's a lot of abominations in here. Let me move him. And now it is the Barbarian's turn. Come on, buddy. 2. All right, he takes 2 points of damage. That is a death. That is way beyond death. Thank goodness. He is dead. I mean, that other one kind of was pointless, but that's okay. The dwarf's like, I'm coming. Oops, I meant to roll more than 2. Oh, 10, that works. Whatever. Whatever. We'll take a 10. We like a 10. That puts us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Way back here. Oops. Torture rack is up. And then we have 1 goblin in the way. Eight. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Zargon, the... Oh, wait. We have courage. Don't really want to use that yet. So we're going to stay there. We're going to go Zargon. And I'm guessing this guy is going to jump up here. And he's going to attack me. Because he's a jerk. He gets a fail. Good. You failed. Go away. Okay. Now it's the Barbarian's turn. Let us see 2 skulls. That'll end it. 2 skulls will end it. 2 skulls. He tries to roll defense. But he can't because he's too wimpy. Alright. He takes the damage. He is dead. Alright. Now we can move. Let's start searching for secret doors and stuff, man. At least the enemies are dead. We're in the room. Okay, action. We're going to search for traps. There are no traps. Let's go with the dwarf. We're getting there. How are we on the map here? Our guys are way over there, right? Hold on, let's go. Camera. Yeah, I definitely need to get more light. Yep, that's where we are in the corner. We kind of have the center room. Like we have a shortcut to get back there, so that's kind of nice. So what did we get for dwarf? Did we? Oh, we did that, so we need to roll. So we got a 7. All right. That's going to put us at the end of the hall at the caddy corner area right here. Now it's the elf's turn. I feel like we're just kind of resetting the board to try and... dang it. Sure. That's where we're at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're at the edge of the green. Right there. Okay. So now we are at the wizard. Oh, there's twin blocks over here? I didn't realize that. Because this is in the center here, and then this is here. So there's that. Let's search for secret doors with wizard. Secret doors. There are no secret doors. Okay. So now it is. I'm going to search for secret doors in here. There are no secret doors. Okay. 6. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like 2 up from here. There we go. The dwarf. I guess we're moving farther down the hall. 9. Okay. Let's go 9. We went all the way down here. Let's move this deck. And then here's our stairs that's on the ground. Oh, we have a goblin here. And then there's a door, apparently, that we can see. Is it right here? I think it's right there. And then there's 2 other doors. Holy crap. This is the biggest map I've played so far. And then there's a goblin. Not too worried about those. There's that. Okay. Then there's an orc. It's right here. Okay. And now we can attack this dude. And get 1. Is this a... It's a goblin. Okay. So he fails. So we don't have to worry about him. All right. So that guy's dead. I got to move him. Give me a second here. Got to make sure they die right. You know what I'm saying? Yep, we are right. Yep, that's the best one right there, honestly. So everyone's going to move into that. Everyone's dead. Freaking everything that comes by is getting destroyed. Okay, so here comes, we're a little far away, but that's okay. We got a 10. We love that. 10s help. That puts us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 away from him. And then we're going to get a 5. 5 puts us right there. And then Zargon's turn. You know, this orc's going to be flying up the center. 3. Do I have anything for defense for the dwarf? Nope, he's got the crossbow. That's about it. So he just gets 2. I just need 1 defense. And we pull it off. We managed to get 1 defense. Thank goodness, right? Okay, so that guy completely misses. And where does this goblin go? All right, 2 up from here, right here. He's got a long way to go. Barbarian, speaking of long ways to go, gets a 7. Put us behind you. All right, here comes the dwarf. I think we swing and then we move back. Yeah, let's do that. Let's swing. We get 1 hit. Oh, okay. Never mind. Never mind. So we actually kill this one. Get a damn. I didn't expect him to kill it, honestly. I'll be honest with you. So he dies. Okay. So we'll just stay there. Yeah, yeah. And then we're going to move with the elf. Elf moves 4. Ugh. So we're just 1 ahead here. I mean, it's fine, but still kind of sucks. All right, we're starting to finally get our group together. Only an hour and something later. 8. We're going to put ourselves right here. We're going to go Zargon. And then I'm guessing this guy can fly up here because they're fast little critters. Here comes the goblin. He fails miserably. Trips. Okay. Now it's the barbarian's turn. Honestly, the barbarian can just move 2. Okay. Now it's the dwarf. Dwarf's going to crossbow. That's a hit. Okay. Come on now. And he fails miserably. Holy cow. The luck is coming back. I mean, I forgot that was not at work, so he rolled too many as it was. So, goblin is dead. It's the dwarf. Let's go elf. We're going to search for traps because there's no enemies. Ooh, there is a trap. Okay. It is right here. So we'll check that. Maybe that's where we have to go? Who knows? Let's go to the first one first. Systematically, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Let's just reset it. We're just going to go move him there. Boop. And then we're going to go to the we're just going to move 2. There's that. And then we're going to go to the barbarian. 4. Geez. Okay. Now we're going to move the dwarf. 12. Let's go. All right. Let's just move up to here to the door. Okay. Let's open the door. Hopefully there's not like a stink load of dude. Oh, it's a table. Dun, dun, dun. Behold the table. We move 1 in. Action. We're going to search for secret doors. Okay. Now it's the elf's turn. We're going to search for... We got a 2. We can't even get in there. We're just going to move 1. Move 2 again for a wizard. Search for secret doors. Might as well, right? Now it's the barbarian's turn. We're going to move the barbarian further along. 7. That's 5. 7 would be right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Dwarf, we are going to search for... Do we set secret doors? No. All right, let's go elf. I mean, we could search for... we could get a wandering monster, though, honestly. And there's not really that much in the deck that's good enough for us to get. We're going to do it anyway. Let's go 2 in. Let's see. Dwarf's right here. Here comes the elf. We're going to search for treasure. So we get a treasure card. Where's the treasure cards? Here we go. Let's shuffle them up. Give them a good shuffle. Please, no wandering monsters. All right. Oh, it is a hazard. That sucks. Let's see. Hazard. There we go. While you are searching, a hidden arrow shoots from the wall, striking you. You lose 1 body point, and your turn is over. Return this card to the bottom of the deck. See, this is why I don't search. Unless I have to. But there's nothing in there. So my elf takes a point of damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so just takes... So he heals 2, and then that. So we use our healing potion. So we're at 2 health, right? Yeah, 2. Okay. So we're just moving 2 forward because our wizard is doing what wizards do. All right. Let's move our barbarian. A 5, which is going forward. Go 3. So there's nothing there. We need 2 more. 4, 5. Okay. There's that. Okay. Next is the dwarf. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's that. Elf. 7. So we're right before the dwarf. Boop. And then we'll catch up. Let's see if we can catch up. 8. I figured as much. Okay. So we just move ourselves up there. Now it's time for the open this door over here. A 12. I needed a 1. All right, let's open the door. Okay, we have another door. Oh, okay, so that leads in there. That would explain the trap. There's 3 goblins. Ah! 1 here. 1 here. 1 here. Okay. That's it. Okay, we're going to move up 1. Get all up in the thick of it. My hopes is I can get my dwarf and my elf in there, and we can take one out, and then he can shoot ranged. All right, so let's attack the one on the right. 2. All right, he can't defend against that. So he is dead. Because they only have 1 defense die. You are dead. Let's move it to where these guys are now. Let's go to the camera. It's just a mass of like goblins in that room, I tell you. I need to get like a lamp or something up here. That'll be good for next time. All right, so the next one is the dwarf. The dwarf needs enough to be able to slide and shoot. 10. All right, so we just go diagonal. Actually, I could just go like this. This. That's what? What was the roll? 10. So we're just going to sneak up past here. Hell yeah. And then we're going to shoot. 1 hit. He fails to block it. Thank goodness. Because I cannot stand when a goblin blocks a 1 hit. He gets shot. He is down. All right, next is the elf. We just need to get the elf close enough for diagonal. It's got a 7. I thought it was going to be really bad. 4, 5, 6. Just enough. Put myself up here. And we are going to attack this goblin. 1. Dang. But he does fail. Thank goodness. He is dead. All right, that goblin is out of there. Then we got, I'm going to move it to this this room over here. There we go. That way we can kind of see what they're going to get into here. Okay. So he's there. Now it is the wizard's turn. Wizard has one more spell left. Oh, wait, no. Wizard it has a ton of spells left. Never mind. Yeah, we've just used Water of Healing. All right, so what's our movement here? 7. So we can put ourselves 1 up here. And then it's back to... It's going to be back to the Barbarian. So we're going to open the door. Barbarian is going to open the door. There is the staircase. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Oh God, there's a bunch of dudes on the board too. 2. Then we need 2 orcs. Okay, so we need 1 here. We need 1 here. We need a goblin here. And then we need a goblin back here. And then we need the ultimate goblin or orc. This must be like the super strong dude. Grak cracks his knuckles and snarls before taking up his weapon. Okay. So, yeah, that's the boss man, I guess. All right, so Barbarian is... How are we going to do this? Barbarian is going to come in and I guess... Yeah, we're going to go right at the door. We're going to hack at the one in front of us. So let's move this door for now. Okay, so the Barbarian's like right up in it. Yep. And we just moved that door. They're going to be able to get in there. We're going to swing at the orc in front of us. We get 2 hits. Orc goes to defend and fails. It's a good start. It's a good start. All right. One of the orcs is down. So now it's the dwarf's turn. The dwarf just needs to get to a point where there's visually bad guys, which is easy because he can go right here. Boom, right there. Because we can go right through because the door is right there. All right, so we're shooting all the way up to the goblin. Yep, I'm going to shoot at the goblin. All 3 skulls. Wow, that is 1 dead goblin. He does roll 1 black shield, but it does not matter. Just from across the room, they just watch him get lit up. Okay. The goblins aren't really the problem, honestly. Here comes the elf. Yeah, we got to get in there. We got to do some damage. Get in there like a SWAT team, man. Let's get in there. Let's go for this stance right here. So we're going to be going for, we got Uleg and we've got him. So we're going to go for, okay. Let's see. We're going to cast Courage. We're going to cast Courage on the Barbarian. See, I got to look and see. I don't think you can cast it and use it in the same turn if you're casting it on yourself, because it says one of your actions is casting. So it would just make sense. So let's find spell cards. Courage. The Cowardly Dog. Here we go. This spell may be cast on any one hero, including yourself. The next time that hero attacks, they may roll 2 extra combat die. The spell is broken the moment a monster is no longer in that hero's line of sight. So the Barbarian has 2 extra combat die. That is the end of all the spells for the elf. So we're gonna attack. We're gonna go for the orc to the side, the diagonal, since we have the longsword. We get 2 hits, and we hit twice. That takes him out. That'll take him out. Goodbye. He is down. All right. The next person is the wizard. Can we roll like at least a 5? All right, an 8. That is at least a 5. We're going to move down here. Got to get ourselves in a position where we can cast our spells. All right. What spell do we want to cast? We could cast Genie, or we could do Tempest. I think we do Tempest. This spell creates a whirlwind. Actually, let me do spell cards. Tempest. Here we go. This spell creates a small whirlwind that envelops one monster of your choice. That monster then misses their next turn. So that's probably one of the most powerful ones. We're going to use that on Urak. Urak, or whatever his name is. Okay, so we cast that, and then now it is Zargon's turn. Okay. So the goblin is going to attack the barbarian. Okay, he gets 1. Barbarian has... I don't think the barbarian has... Yeah, he has a helmet. Never mind. Oops, let's clear it. And he blocks it. Okay, good, good. Now it is... Okay, now we're going to go up to... Do we just kill? I think we just kill the goblin, right? Goblin is dead, because the goblin can only roll 1 defense die, and they only have 1 health. Okay, so they're dead. All right, so he is dead. We're getting there. Last one there is Ulrika, whatever his name is. All right, so he killed him. Now it's the dwarf's turn. The dwarf just needs to roll enough to get in the room. Come on. 6 is good enough. All right, so we're going to put ourselves right up here. Take aim. And fire the crossbow. And he gets a fail. He binds up or something. All right, now we're going to attack with my elf. I think the elf used all of his spells. Oh, I would have got 2 extra with the other guy anyways. That's fine. Rolls 1 versus him. What is his stats? let's see. Let's see. 6. 4. Okay. Grak knows 3 dread spells. Uh-oh, that's no good. Okay. So he gets 4 defense dice. And he blocks. Of course he does. And then we're going to go with ours. Let's go with Genie. Because he did miss his turn, but he got it this turn. So conjures up a genie, does the following. Oh, it's a door. Yeah. Let's go to spell cards, genie. That way you guys can see what I'm reading here. This spell conjures up a genie who does one of the following. Opens a door, reveal on the board. Never done that. Or use 5 combat dice to attack any monster within your line of sight. We're going to use that on Uruk. I'm going to cast Genie. 5 die. Come on. 2. Nothing fantastic. And he blocks 1. So he does take a point of damage. So, but he's still alive. So that kind of sucks. So now it's Zergon's turn. All right. All right. So he's got sleep. A sleeping hero is unable to move, attack, or defend themselves. Roll 1 die for each mind point. If you roll a 6, tap the spell is broken below. Okay, this spell puts any one hero into a deep sleep. A sleeping hero is unable to move, attack, or defend. The spell may be broken immediately or on a future turn by the rolling of 1 red die for each of their mind points. If a 6 is rolled, the spell is broken. All right, so we get to roll. And I have the Talisman of Lore. This is why I gave it to the Barbarian. So he gets to roll 3. And he rolls a 6. Let's go. Hey, he rolled a small straight. He breaks the spell. Spell broken. All right. So now we're going to move 2 and go for this orc because he deserves it. All right. And he fails. Wait, I didn't get 3, did I? Oh, I did. I got a... Oh, wait, no, I didn't. I missed anyways, so it doesn't matter. Here comes the dwarf crossbow. Rolls 3 of the most unlikely. 3 black shields. Great. All right, and here comes the elf. Gets 2. And he hits him for 1. Dang, he's just chipping. He's still alive. That kind of sucks. Okay, now it's the elf's turn. Okay. Or not the elf's turn, the wizard's turn. Did I just put my spells on here on accident? I did. Here. All right. What do you got here? Heal body. Let's use heal body, get some healing on somebody because I don't want anybody to die. Spell, let's go heal body. Where'd it go? There it is. Heal body. This spell may be cast on any one hero, including yourself. Its magical power immediately restores 4 lost body points. Does not give them more than their starting number, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we haven't used this. We use these. These are used. Okay, good. So that's... Tempest is... Yeah, Tempest is used. So heal body, genie, water of healing, Tempest. So 4, we're going to heal We're going to heal the barbarian. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's at 7 now. That works. We'll take it. We take 7. Okay. So now it's Argon's turn. He's casting a spell. No ancient thing. Tempest. You have been caught in a small whirlwind, and Barbarian misses his next turn. That kind of sucks. So Barbarian misses his turn, and now it's... Yep, now it's the dwarf turn. Fires 3. Gets 2 hits. Gets 1 hit. Man, it is picking away. Is 3 good, or does he have 4? Like, what's the deal? Oh, Greg has been defeated. As Greg falls, he lets out another snarl before the life leaves his eyes. He is dead. He had 3 chaos spells. All right. Grak was wearing the wizard's cloak. Draw the wizard's cloak artifact from the artifact thingy. Let's get that. Let's put that up on the screen. Let's go with artifacts. Wizard's cloak. Wizard's cloak. What does this thing do? This magical cloak made of shimmery fabric is covered with mystical runes. It can be worn by with a wizard, giving him an extra defense die. Ooh, okay. So we're going to go to the wizard. If I can... Where is he? There he is. All right, so the wizard now has the wizard's cloak. Wizard's cloak. And that's 1 defense die. There we go. So we have that. That's ours. Very cool. That is that. And then everyone just jumps into the staircase. Holy cow. That was a long one, but they did good. They did good. They got their treasure. They got their equipment back. So we got the spells back. We only used a few. Genie, Water of Healing, Heal Body, Tempest. You know, didn't use Swift Wind or Pass Through Rock. A lot of those are really very situational anyway, so it's not a huge deal. So we're just going to move them into here. Everyone exits the dungeon. Can actually make them exit without it being a huge deal. And then this one, action. Use special. Oh, I guess I can't. Move help. Now, why won't it let me? Yeah, it won't let me shoot doors. Zargon's turn. Boom. All right, so he's good. Now I can go in there. All right, cool. Exit the quest. We completed the quest. All right. All right, everyone went down the stairs. Did pretty good. Let's see what we were looking at. Yeah, we had to go a long way just to get through there. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, we had to go pretty far. All right. Well, anywho, wow, that was 2 hours. 2 hours for that dungeon. But we beat 6. So the next one will be quest 7. Let's see what the next mission is. We're going to do a little brief synopsis. If I can find where it is. I know it's in here somewhere. Here it is. All right. So Legacy of the Orc Warlord was the one we just did. The next one is called The Lost Wizard.
Wardaz, the king's personal wizard, has disappeared. His Majesty fears the wizard has been murdered or succumbed to the lures of dread magic. You must find out what happened to Wardaws. You are each to be paid 100 gold coins upon returning to the stairway.
Okay, so we got to find a wizard. All right. Well, that's no big deal. All right, so this one's gonna be posted on YouTube. I'm doing a whole series on YouTube. So far, we're on the sixth one. Eventually, I plan to incorporate like the different DLCs and everything. I've got a scanner. I've got a new camera to move stuff around. I'm gonna get some better lighting. It's okay in the afternoon, but when it starts to hit evening, it gets a little difficult to see. So I'll get a little lighting for over the table and everything. But anywho, guys, thank you so much for hanging out, and I hope to see you next time. I try to do them on Wednesdays, but if not, I try to make it up on Thursdays, but you can find them on YouTube. They're under Warrior Shot the Food. Anyways, guys, have a good one and take it easy. Peace out.